Hello everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Meet again with me, Anika Hikamul Asror, with students identity number 2041, 0106, and 0002. I'm here going to give my explanations about the topic, about the materials of grammar exactly in the simple future tense. To exactly accomplish my final test examination of a grammar in spoken discourse. Anyways, have you already known about simple future tense? I hope that you have already known for a little bit, and my presentation would be like remind you about this kind of topic in grammar, or maybe for those who haven't known about this, it will be your first experience of knowing what is exactly simple future tense in a grammar itself. So let me go to the first slide. Is that the description of simple future tense itself? Here, definition of simple future tense. Present future tense. Simple future tense is a form of tense used to show or explain an activity or event that will occur in the future. Or simple future tense also uses the words will, shall, and be going to, both of which both state events in the future. However, both have their own functions. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, for the first is that the description of simple future tense you have already seen here is that the present future simple future tense is a form of tenses used to show or explain an activity that will occur in the future. It means that simple future tense is used to express a future activity that will be anyway emerging, that will be anyway occurring in the future itself. It can be like our plan to do something in the future, or maybe other things that will happen in the future, something so. Means like it doesn't anyway reflect to the present tense, or maybe like a past tense that expresses the past event or the past moment that has already happened. But simple future tense merely tend to talk about the future things, something that is going to be happening in the future itself. That the means of simple future tense. And some reasons, and further, the use of simple future tense itself, it uses like the modal auxiliaries of will, be going to, and also be about to express an activity that will happen, or maybe that will occur in the future itself. Go on. Functions will or shall be going to and time signal of future tense itself. So firstly, it has been already told before that the future tense uses such as the modal auxiliaries of will, shall, be going to, and be about to. Will, shall is used to reveal things other than promises, plans that do not yet know about in the certainty itself. An example like he will go to the market, I shall phone you this evening. And for the second, be going to use for more definite events, promises, plans most likely implemented. Example, we are going to study together at 6:30 p.m. or they are going to library at Sunday. For the time signal that is commonly used in a future tense itself, it uses like a time signal that refers to the future moment or future situations that is still not ongoing now on, something like that. As the explanations, will or shall is used to reveal things other than promises. It can be understood that will or shall is used to explain more, to express about the future moment or future activities that will be done, but we don't have any plan to do it. If for the examples, it can be like when we are on the way of our educational institution, and we are faced with an accident of crashing between a car and a car, for example, and there is like what is that called, as somebody getting injured, and I will say that I will phone the ambulance, because I don't know that there will be an accident and it sudden happens in front of me. Therefore, I say that I will phone the ambulance or maybe the police itself. It can be understood that will or shall is used for the sudden activity or sudden moment that happens in the future itself. And for the second is that be going to. Be going to is way different with a will itself. Be going to refer to the prepared or for the plans that we have already planned before. For the example that you have already told your friend that you will go to his or her house at 6 p.m. This evening, for example. You have already planned it, right? Therefore, if then you are asked by your other friends, where are you going today? You will say to him that you are going to study together, or maybe you are going to come to your other friend's house at 6 p.m. something so. It can be considered that will is not planned, is not a promise, or is not arranged, and be going to is arranged before it happens. And it's also rather in the same with the be about to, that but if then be about to, it means that you have been on the way of doing the things that you have already planned before. For examples, if then you are on the way of your friend house and your other friends ask you where are you going, you will say to him or you will say to her that you are about to go to your friend house, something so. What about the time signal itself? The time sign commonly used in the form of simple future tense is as follows. The first is this afternoon, tonight, or maybe tomorrow. As I have already explained, as I have already explained to you, that some time signals that which are used in a future time itself are reflecting a future activities or future moments or future times that haven't been done right now, that didn't happen in the past, and it will exactly happen in the next or in the future. Go on. Formulas for simple future tense. The verbal tense. In the positive, we put like a subject in the first time, and it will be followed by will or shall, and it will be followed by verb one, and it will be followed by the object itself. And for the nominal one, oh no, it's not the nominal. It is like the other form of expressing a future tense is that using the be going to. That be means here like a to be is an are. So the formula will be like a subject am, is, are, and it will be followed by going to, and it will be followed by verb one and the object itself. For example, is that he will watch his favorite movie, or maybe he is going to eat at a restaurant tonight. And for the negative sentence, the formula will be like a subject plus will or shall plus not plus verb one and plus object. For the be going to, it will be like a subject am, is, are plus not plus be plus going to, and plus verb one and plus object. The example is like he will not watch his favorite movie, or he is not going to eat at a restaurant tonight. So then you're asking me like, why should we use anyway a verb one in this kind of formula? Because the use of for modal auxiliaries such as will, shall, or maybe be going to must be anyway followed by the present form of a verb. It means like the verb one itself. It has been the rules of a grammatical structure in English. For the question, or maybe like for the interrogative structure of will of future tense, in includes will and be going to, will, shall, and be going to. It will be, the formula will be like will or shall. So we put a will, so we put the modal auxiliaries in the first, and it will be followed by subject and verb 1 and the object and the question mark. And for the be going to one, it will be like am, is, are, is, am, are. It will be the same like as before. Is, am, are plus subject plus going to plus verb and plus object, and not forget to put the question mark. For the example, it will be like, will he watch his favorite movie, or he is going to eat at a restaurant tonight. So those are the verbal tense, the verbal activities of the formula in simple future tense. And for the next, about the nominal sentence, some things that we have already understood, that in the nominal sentence we should not anyway forget to put a be, because a be here will anyway reflect the characteristic of the nominal sentence itself. For the first example, for the first formula is that in the positive side, subject plus will or shall plus be or plus complement. Complement here is that the three common complements we are using for expressing the nominal sentence itself. It covers a noun. First is a adverb, the second is an noun, and the third is a again, and it's the adjective itself. I know. And for the examples, it will be like Tono will be at home tonight, or maybe she is going to be a teacher, something like that. And for the negative form, we are just remain to put like a not in the middle of between the will or shall with the be, and it is also the same with the use of be going to in expressing simple future tense, that subject to be and also be and also going to and not and plus be again and please complement. Questions? It is in the same with the previous one, that we are putting will, shall plus subject plus a be and plus the complement itself. It's different with the verbal one. We are only supposed to put like a be in the mid of the sentence. Use of simple future tense. So for further, the use of simple future tense, or the function of using a simple future tense. So for the first is that used to express actions that will be carried out in the future. The example, Rif will be late tomorrow, or I shall go to Japan, or I shall go to Japan tomorrow. As I've explained you that the simple future tense is usually used for expressing future activities that is not ongoing right now and that didn't happen in the past. It will only reflect to the activities that will happen to in the future itself. And the second is that used to make an appointment in the future. It is example with like, he will meet you by 10. She will help you with your homework tomorrow. So to make an appointment by using a simple future tense will be like a possibilities that will happen in the future when we have already made like a plan or maybe like a promise to someone that we are going to do something to them in the next time, something like that. And the third is that used to indicate condition. Example, he will give you a good dictionary if you go with him. So it is like another use of future tense or a will, that like an option, if he will give you a good dictionary if you go with him. Like if it happens, if then you are going to like give an option to other people to do something for you, and you are giving like the advantages of what you can give to him when they join you for doing that thing, for example. And for the fourth is that used to beg someone to do something. It is like an order. So for the fourth is like an order that will be done by us when we are going to want someone to do something for us. For example, it will be like, will you please help me to get the book? It means like I ask for help to my friend to take a book. And also the second is, please get the book for me. So it has the same meaning of the first sentence itself. Oh, thanks. Maybe those are my explanations about the future tense. I hope that you have already understood about that. It can be summarized that future tense is only like a tense, a structural grammar structure that is used to express like a future activities or future moments that is not ongoing up to now and didn't happen in the past, and it will only certainly happen in the future, something. So if then you have any questions, you may be asking in the chat, in the comment box below, or maybe you can directly contact me on my Gmail. Is that it at anikahikam@gmail.com. But that's all what I can deliver to you. Thanks a lot for the attentions, and sorry for the mistakes I exactly never meant to do in my explanations before. And at last, I would like to say, see you in the next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.